I don't think that's the network. I think it's my phone, but that's okay. Where nature gets in the way. Reading from Places to Know, page 307. London Bridge has fallen down. Have the Panama Canal up here. What happens when you want to get to the other side of a mountain when you can't climb up it? How do you get to the other side of a lake or river when you don't have a boat? How do you get a boat from one body of water to another when there's land in between? Read the next few pages and you will find out what people in different parts of the world do when nature gets in the way. Right. George Donner led a group of pioneers through the mountain pass to California. The Donner Pass was named after him. Donner, like Donner. Like one of the reindeer, sure. Donner, Dancer, Prancer. Today, people can travel through the Donner Pass on the Donner Pass Highway. Probably be a good route to travel to deliver packages. Sure. Donner Pass, California or bust? That's what some of the early pioneers shouted as they traveled westward in wagon trains. California or bust? The pioneers had to pass through a range of mountains called the Sierra Nevada in order to reach California. They found the pass, and many crossed the mountains with few hardships. But one group, the Donner Party, was not so fortunate. The Donner Party reached the mountains just as a snowstorm started. It snowed so much that they could not get their wagons through the mountain pass, so they camped there. When the snow stopped, they tried again, but they could not make it. The pioneers did not have much food, but they had some cattle, and between snowstorms they thought they could hunt. The cattle wandered away and froze in the snow, and there were no animals to hunt, so they killed many pets for food. Every day small groups tried to make it over the pass, but they had to turn back. Finally, one group made it to California. They sent back rescue parties with supplies. Many people in the Donner Party died that winter trying to cross the mountain pass. The pass was named Donner Pass in their honor. Years later, the first transcontinental railroad crossed the Sierra Nevada through the Donner Pass, and now a highway runs along the Pioneer Trail. Right, and even if you didn't know of the Donner Pass, I'm sure you may have knew of a well-traveled roadway where packages could be delivered, which was probably a savior, back in those days. Merry Christmas. Right. Right, so you did not necessarily have to know about Donner Pass or certain, right? In your area, it might have been different highways, byways, interstates, things like that. Right, and then you had your shortcuts and your tote roads and all that. Good to know. Those that traveled off the beaten track had to probably be more well suited for that journey. Much more treacherous. People in Venice, Italy traveled through canals in boats called gondolas. What was the gondolas? In Venice, Italy, the streets are canals, so instead of steering cars, you can see flat-bottom boats called gondolas. Venice is built on a cluster of small mudlands. The canals twisted around the islands. The canals twist around the islands. The biggest canal, called the Grand Canal, winds through the center of the city and separates the islands into two main groups. People didn't have to build the Grand Canal. It was always there, but they did have to find a way over it. So they built beautiful bridges across the Grand Canal. These bridges connect churches. These bridges connect the island groups. Houses, places, and churches line the canal, and posts that look like giant peppermint sticks are used to keep gondolas from floating away when they're not in use. At one time, Venice was a major Italian trading port. Now, much of the trade goes to other ports, but Venice is still famous for its beauty and romance, its canals, and its gondolas. London Bridge is falling down. This is how old London Bridge looked long ago. This is how the granite London Bridge looked. This is an artist's drawing of London Bridge at its new Arizona home in the United States. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. The London Bridge that was forever falling down in the nursery rhyme was built of stone. It was built across the River Thames in London and lasted more than 600 years. During those years, the bridge suffered many accidents. Ships crashed into it. The weight of traffic made it crack and sink a little. The pounding river loosened it, and it had to be repaired again and again. Some of the money for the repairs came from rent paid by people with shops on the bridge. The repairs cost so much that the people of London decided to tear it down and build another London Bridge of a strong rock called the granite. But in time, it too began to crack and sink a little, so again the people decided to take down that bridge and build a new London Bridge made of concrete. The granite bridge was taken apart piece by piece and shipped to the United States to be put back together again across an artificial lake in Arizona. How to make a tunnel. Workers of France and Italy finished building the Mount Cenis Tunnel in 1870. Trains travel between Italy and France through the Mount Cenis Tunnel. You can dig a little tunnel with your hands, or with a spoon, or with a shovel, but how would you dig a tunnel through a mountain? The Mount Cenis Tunnel is a railroad tunnel through the Alps. It connects France and Italy. It was the first tunnel ever built through the Alps. People could not get over the Alps by railroad, so the governments of France and Italy decided to build a tunnel. Two groups of men worked on the tunnel. One group started working in France. The other group started working in Italy. For the first time, men used a new drill called the power drill. They used it to make small holes in the mountain. The men filled the small holes with gunpowder and it lit a fuse. The gunpowder blasted big holes in the mountain. Then the men dug out the rocks and started to drill again. It took as long as it takes a baby to grow into a teenager for the workers from France and Italy to meet. But when they did, the first tunnel through the Alps was finished. Now people can travel by train from France to Italy and from Italy to France through the Mount Cenis Tunnel. You're going to do a documentary on this stuff? Oh, I would love to see it. It might take you a while, about 3 to 5 months. Well, hey, if I'm still around, I'd love to see that when you're finished. You do a great job with documentaries. What's next? By camel, by car, by train, and we'll finish up here on page 316, 317. There is a special road for camels and a special road for cars and a special road for trains, and they all go through the Khyber Pass in West Pakistan. The Khyber Pass connects Pakistan and Afghanistan. The pass is the lowest place between the two huge mountain ranges. It is the fastest and easiest way to travel between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Small tribal villages lie on both sides of the pass. The small tribal villages are walled and have watchtowers because the people in different villages are always quarreling and fighting. The men carry rifles and wear straps called bandoliers across their chest. The bandoliers have places for bullets. The Khyber Pass is dangerous because of the tribal wars and the bandits who rob the travelers. Warning signs in different languages at the entrance to the Khyber Pass. Like an Area 51 type deal. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the idea. Many have theories on different things over the years. And there's really not too much to figure out. Human nature, evolution. Was that a reindeer? I thought I saw a reindeer. Roads such as these zigzags through the Khyber Pass. Right, like Bigfoot stories to keep the kids from going in the woods. Yeah, exactly. You don't want them to get hurt with whatever chemicals, or if you're digging holes, you don't want them to go near the holes. Right, for their safety and yours. Yeah, there's usually legal, illegal stuff going on. For sure. That's how we got defibrillators. Should we get rid of those or keep them around? I don't know. All right. Much love, health, and peace all. I hope everyone's having a great day. Again, if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or suggestions as to how we can help our children without breaking the law, that'd be really cool. All right, Scooby-Doo. Squeaks. I know, you like say zoinks. I say squeaks. It's okay. You know, we can have this argument. I'm going to stop the video. We're at 13:09, 13:10, 13:11, 13:12. All right.